Our home was filled with joy and celebration when we saw a drilling machine coming home. Manyero. Imi Bam Road. John? As the company had promised that they are following the surveyor. According to our plan, we wanted to have a bore because you saw the garden that we posted, which is on our backyard there, where we planted 1,000 cabbages. We have got around 500 avocado seedlings, around 700 guava seedlings, 150 granadillas, some different types of vegetables, and etc., which needs a lot of water. According to our plan, we thought that we can manage it by carrying water from our community garden, community bore, the school bore, from the rivers. Also utilizing the opportunity that we got by contracting someone who was coming with a 1,000 liter tank to our garden, but it seems that that one was not working since there are some changes always. According to some of the changes that were taking place, that was beyond our control, and we later decided that we wanted a bore, though our finances were limited, but we decided to go through that phase of finding ways so that we can get a bore in the village for irrigation. Remember, for our domestic use, we had enough water, though we needed to carry it from a distance of around 5 kilometers. That is the nearest bore. But we on that side, we were home and dry. But in terms of irrigation, we were making a big problem. Now, the bore drillers finally came. The process that we thought could just last few hours lasted 5 days. We had a breakdown. A serious delay. You know, I was someone who was in a hurry to make sure that we have got enough water for the cabbages that we have planted. This was the main trouble causer in my mind to think about these cabbages. Remember, I had a phase where we were irrigating these cabbages on nursery. So it's to see those cabbages being destroyed, I was feeling like, yeesh, this is a big investment that have been lost. Though sometimes if we calculate it, it may not be that big money, but in terms of my energy and my emotions and my mind that I've put on that one, and also some researches. You know, when you're starting something that is new, something that you have never done, you have a lot of googling, researching. You go on Chat GPT, you can go on YouTube. you go on consulting others. I was calling one person after the other, agronomist. So what can I do? Then at the end of the day, just sees that investment going down. That was something that I was thinking, that one must not happen. So now I want to tell you guys the process we went through. Sometimes, if you go through that process, you may have somewhere to relate, and maybe to learn one or two things from what I'm going to talk about. Some of the mistakes that are sometimes you can avoid, and also uh, give me some feedback. Those people who went through some similar challenges during their bore drilling process, to share also, so that someone who is new to this deal can have somewhere to learn from. Right. And also, before I go deeper into my story, for those people who are coming from diaspora, I know that there are some people who are coming who have got a lot of money, who have been working outside there, who feel that they need to invest back home. Right. We have got a lot of money. We are different from those people because we are coming from the dimension that we are people who have got limited resources, people who are trying to start from the village, starting from zero, people who uh, were thinking that they are investing somewhere there, but the investment didn't come to a point that we say we have got money, we can invest back home. We are coming in like we want to rewrite our story, like people who never went somewhere, because it's like the process that we were supposed to go through some 10 years ago. That's the same process that we are coming now to do, to come to the village, to start to work ourselves. This is the job that we are doing ourselves, not inviting a lot of people, paying them a lot of money. No, we ourselves as the people who are coming back as villagers. So for those people who are sometimes who are outside there, sometimes who are in the cities here in Zimbabwe or outside Zimbabwe, who may sometimes feel that they have got nothing to invest, when sometimes they see people investing in big things, they feel belittled, feel like they have got nothing, feel like they cannot do anything. Guys, come to this channel, and let's go together as we show you our day-to-day steps in making sure that we have got capital to those big projects. Right. So the drillers came, and I was so excited and was so happy. I know in the village we are united, like our neighbors come, and when you are in a village, you are like this one is your sister, that was is your auntie, is your grandfather, is your grandmother, the whole village is interconnected with relationships. So if you have got something that is happening on your home, whether it's a day of celebrating or it's a difficult time, people just come there helping you. So on this day also people came. Um, we saw the drilling machine came. They went to the point. They were showing us how the process starts about. When I went to this camp and I told the guys in Kare that, my guy, we want to see the process, how it goes about, so that we have got confidence on the happenings of this process. So that we feel that if anything bad happens, because I was someone who was ready to even get to a point that they say there is no water. The boss, from a number of people whom I have talked with, they told me that in issues of water, they are not just guaranteed to have water. So you need to be ready that sometimes you may not have water. So I was like, I want to see the process, how it goes about, so that if it happens that there is no water, I will understand that it's nature, not like maybe they scammed me. Maybe they said they drilled 24 meters instead of maybe they say water driller 40 meters, but whilst they have drilled maybe 35 meters. So I was like, no, guys, I want someone who can. And they said, no, there is no problem. This guy is going to be with you. So when they come there, the whole team was cooperating. Like, you know, those guys who were setting up the machine, they called me, come here. So I went there, where they refaced their machine. They went to the point where the surveyor had put some stones there. They set their driller. They throw a stone, showing me, right, you see, this is where your point is. Because I learned that if if sometimes there is water on this point A, then from point A to point B, it's just maybe 50 centimeters, and you go well, maybe if the surveyor said is the water is on point A, then you go to the point B, which is sometimes 50 centimeters apart from the first point. You may go there and find no water. If you come to this point A, you get water. That's the problem also when sometimes you realize that there is a bore that is giving a lot of water. Maybe there is a challenge there, there's some blockages or something else happens. Then you say, okay, this area has got a lot of water, so let me drill just 1 meter apart away from where there's a bore. You may find that you can go deeper and deeper and you can't find water that is similar to the water that was available on this point A bore. Why? Because those streams that are running underground there, they may not be that big like a river flowing. There are streams that are running on rocks. So they said, come here and see. We are drilling on the point that the surveyor had pointed. Both surveyor lined his points, started to check them crossing. So he placed his mark and said, this one, you are going to get water around 65 meters. Because he said on 30 meters, there is some water there. But that water is not that much like the water that is available on 65 meters. So in my mind, I was just reading like, okay, that's fine. So for me, I would drill maybe 40 meters. Then for that water that is around 65 next time. So they came, they were setting their machine. Then the another guy came also, who had been given the responsibility to give me each and every stage updates. He came to me. He started to tell me how the process goes about. Yes.
Changa mazereruka. Simbizedu dzakareba 4.7 meters. 4.7 meters. Zvinoreva izvozvo kuti kana tichiti tikucherera 40 meters tikita isa dziri po 9. But 9 haisi 40 exactly, inenge 42.3 meters. Hamuna chekupima kana kuda kuti proof.
All right.
4.3. 4.7 meters. Asi kuti inzi 40 meters. 40 meters tendaisa 9 but inenge isiri 40. Inenge 42.3 kana dziri 9. Nziza.
All right.
Saka zviro takasvika pa 9 simbi dzedu.
Tamuti simbi ndedzipi dzenchipinda?
Dzinechipinda hapana cha.
Dzenchichera dzacho.
Dzinopimwa.
All right. Kwete mapipe.
Mapipe ma 6 meters.
All right, all right.
Kana kidoziyo 6.
Okay.
Simbi 4.7 saka tinokushirira mvura mana. Andene vari kuti 4.7 dzikapinda dziri nzekuti dzachi.
All right.
42.3.
All right. All right. It's okay.
Mashandiro atinochiita. Zviro zvika tichidarika ipapo. Tichienda kumberi. Masimbi ese tichakuisira apapo. Unoenderana nemari yamuchabhadhara muchitaura kuti ndiyamuda uchiri.
All right.
Anenge muri muchimatimes by 4.7.
All right. Mari berakaita.
Masimbi namba masimbi ese tichakuisira. Muri times by 4.7. Mimi ndichirenga masimbi achipinda.
All right.
Iri kupinda yega muchi 4.7 muchi yega number 2 muchi number 3 4 kusvika pachi
Alright.
Mimi kuti sakunetsei 9 masimbi tatomaweka kuti
Takuti after 40
mimi hamsuda kuperera pa 40
muda kuwedzera mameters pamutoni
unoziva kuti masimba ese atichazoisa ipapo kubva pa 9 pabrichena kumberi unomatimes like for example this is 60 meters 13 masimba nokuti 13 times 4.7 akuisira 10 apo nokuti 10 by 4.7 every number yega masimba atichaisa apo unoitimes ne pa 4.7
azwainanga
aiwa sisavheya end
on top of meters pa 40 meters inenge yakuti how much kana takuda untoka
nini ndokandi
abandiona mvura yanangi
mbomira munzo maizi kuda utaurwa hapo.
Alright.
wapedza
That one was like, to me, they are genuine guys, because telling me something that put them on a disadvantage activated in me thinking that these guys, they're genuine, because they told me the truth. They said, okay, you can measure our pipes. They're not 5 meters, they are 4.7 meters. Then the work started, one pipe down, second one down. When it was now on the third one for a 412, yeah, I think the second one, after the second one, it was 14 meters now. When the guys went to the main, to the front seat there on the horse of the truck, something is happening there. The machine is down, the lights are now down, only the compressor is running, then the compressor also was turned down. I thought, since it's a new process to me, I thought that maybe it's just how those things happen. They sometimes have time to put those down. When they checked with them, they told me that there was a problem with the truck. And also they explained to me that it's the truck that runs the drilling process. I was thinking maybe the compressor, but they said to me the compressor is just there to blow the fine rock particles, the particles underground there. They are blown by that compressor. But the actual drilling process happens is driven by the machine there. When the machine is on gear, then back then on the drilling machine where someone is operating there, where is in revving the machine there, it uses the system of the truck. So they said the truck, there's something bad about this truck. Something is happening. I said, okay, that's fine. They checked. They told me, there's a problem. They called their company. Guys, this time I realized that it's very important to deal with companies that are well organized, companies which have got many trucks, which have got the systems, like they have got their own inside mechanics, they have got their own skilled personnel, they've got a well organized system. Like you can have a garage there, you can have an office there, where sometimes we are able to go there and see the equipment that is available. You can go to the office and say that the company is authentic. Because on this time when they called back to their office, they were told that there was a truck that was coming from Kariba. That truck was supposed to come to our village and continue the process. Then I said, is it real? You see, after hearing a lot of stories about scammers where people just sometimes just pay money to some people, then that's the end. But now I was just waiting and see, are these guys really coming? So the team that was coming from Kariba with another machine, they arrived, and we're so excited to see that 2 drilling machine was at the point. making sure that we get water. And you know, ombo saraonika feeling okuti kumanaka zvinhu zvobuda here. Then you see that this company is organized. So I was so happy. So when he came, that guy who was leading the team assessed the car that had broken down there, because what was supposed to be happening, it was the broken car was supposed to be moved out of the point so that another car will continue. So after assessing the condition of that first car, he said we cannot move this car because oil is can we say leaking because there was a lot of oil under the vehicle there. He said there's something technical. There's a big breakdown that took place inside the engine, so we cannot move this vehicle out of this point. So after assessing and said that, he told me if it was possible for us to drill another point. He asked me if the surveyor had gave us more than one point. So as I earlier alluded on the previous video, when we talked about how we found the drilling company, the surveyor gave us 2 points. But the first one said that there is water there at around 30 meters. But the point B has got much water at around 65. So if you go to point B, it will be better for you. So even the surveyor chose point B. So he said the guy with the second machine now said, if you want, you can go to a point A where the surveyor had surveyed already. But I told him that the surveyor told us that there is less water as compared to this point. He said, it's up to you now. If you want us to go to the first point, we can go there, drill your meters there. But the outcome, are you able to accept the outcome that may come from the point A, where you are saying the surveyor said there is no much water? Or else, the second option is you wait up until this machine is repaired and can continue with this side. So these guys, they were ready like to go away with the 14 meters that they had already drilled there. They were ready to go and drill my meters on the first side. But with the information that I received of like sometimes you may drill a bore 100 meters and don't get water, I was feeling like if I go to point A, maybe I will not get water, and maybe the whole part of my life I will be regretting saying I was supposed to have patience. So I said, okay, I'll wait up until this machine is repaired. And I asked it, how long will it take? He said, sometimes we may not give you the exact time, but tomorrow morning, the mechanic is coming here to assess the problem. They'll fix it. The company will not allow its vehicle to be stuck on the site for that much long, because it's the machine that is giving the company money. So they will make sure that they do it very quickly. So I said, okay, that's fine. I'm seeing the commitment of the company. Let the second driller go. I'll wait up until this first machine is repaired and it continues with this work. But now, I was supposed now to continue with buying water, continue with the contract that we had with the guy who was supplying us with the 1,000 liter tank, and also to continue going to the community boreholes to fetch some water for our cabbage mostly. So the following day, we saw the Indian guy, the mechanic came, assessed the problem. He said there were some items that need to be taken from their Harare storehouse. So the second that was the second day. So he went back to Karoi. The following day, they came with another Indian guy again, the mechanics. So we had the two mechanics on the ground. They opened the engine, removed a lot of things there, starting to clean, to put back all those things again. Then they will spend the whole day at the site, trying to make sure that they put back all the things that they removed. But you know, time is not on our side. They could not finish the whole day. They said there are few things that need to be placed back. They went back to Karoi, the mechanic guys. The following morning, they came again. They continued with the work. Then around afternoon time, around maybe 12, yeah, they were done. Then they started the engine. Yeah, we're so excited to see that the vehicle engine is starting, is like kicking. Yeah, they wanted to start like drilling. Yeah, compressors, they're on, everything is like on. They said, yeah, we need to continue now, put lights on. We can even drill during the night if it happens that we cannot do it during this afternoon, right? So there was a smoke that was coming there. They were saying the engine is overheating again. What is the problem? I was I was down now. Continue paying for water. I was seeing like I gave the guys the money that I had that was supposed to fuel up the garbage project, but now I have no money. Now they have got the money, but now I'm still have the problem. What can I do now? So the guy continues to give us some water. Yeah, and I was like feeling like I need to continue have patience. And that day the guy said no, 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 no. That was the third day now. They said no, we need to go back and bring a new engine. We cannot continue fixing the problems of this engine at the site. The best thing is to bring another engine here, then we can see what we can do with this engine at the workshop. All right,
Guys, it's now day number 4. The guys, the mechanics yesterday, when we were celebrating, thinking that the machine was now drilling, it overheated. They failed to continue drilling. Yeah, so they went back to Karoi. They were planning to bring another rigger today so that they connect the hydraulics and continue drilling. I don't know, the mechanics, the Indian guys, they came here in the morning. Um, we thought they were fixing, maybe the vamwe varota kuti aiwa apa neapa maybe. So vauya vangodzokera manje izvezvi ndatomukawo vachangoto pedza zvanga vachiita, saka muda tonoona vakomana ndonzoti vati chii chiri kunyatsoitika. But driver wandotaura naye apa zvaramba futi kurigadzira, saka they are bringing another rig so that they connect the hydraulics and use this machine that is already on the side, because we didn't want to change, since the surveyor said this is the place which is better than the first place where he surveyed. And also we didn't want this machine to go back to Karoi before we see another machine coming. Maybe sometimes if they go there, they may not come back early. But I don't think they may not come back again. But I was thinking
sometimes they may delay since they want to fix this car. Although they have got a lot of cars, maybe they will have a lot of jobs, and since they have got money we paid, and also they have got no worry maybe to go fast. So that's what I was thinking that may happen. So I said, no, if you don't bring another machine, this one cannot go, because we will not have any assurance that you are coming back. So let us go there. This is the machine down there. Okay, so let's go and check what's the problem this morning. Oh, so guys, from Friday, Saturday, the machine was there, it was waiting. Then Sunday, they were trying to repair. Monday, today is Tuesday. It's tough, guys. It's tough. Amukere. Mushe marause. Andidi. Kwa komana wangu wadzoka nasi. Hanzi kudi. Anga wada kugadzira futi. Andafunga kuti maybe wari ngochinja zvakataura zvizvi. So the following morning they came, they removed the. So now with this some repairs that have been done, the vehicle was able now to go out of the point. So they drove out the vehicle from the field to the road where there is a hard surface there. They took down the engine. While they were saying, and another engine is coming from Harare. So they took down the engine, right? So I was feeling like, hey, if now the vehicle can go out of the pit, why can't the company now bring another a machine from their side to continue with this work, while the guy, the mechanics, they are repairing their vehicle there? I talked to their manager there in Karoi. Can you bring the car now? But now I understood his point. Like, hey, now, yes, we can bring that vehicle there, but now, look, it's now very expensive on our side, because the other guys who were coming from Kariba, they came there, they could not continue, they could not drill. Now they are on other jobs now, and for all those days we were trying to repair that vehicle on the side, a lot of expenses. So if now I bring another vehicle there, it means a lot of fuel is also to be consumed again. So yeah, it's business on both sides. I understood. Say okay, because sure, to just say two vehicles, they just came, now it's another third one is coming again, just fuel to and fro. Yeah, it may be very expensive, but I wanted my things to be done so fast. But mostly I needed an assurance that this project was going to be completed fairly. My quest was for us to get water. Okay, so I just waited there. They removed the engine. So today is another day. We are still on the issue of board, really. Today is Wednesday, and the work is not yet over. They removed their machine yesterday there, because they said they want to change the engine. So today they brought another engine. They want to put it back because yesterday they also removed that old engine. So we are just waiting for them. They are there. I don't know if you can see them. No, they are up there. So this is the place. You see, they just drilled around 14 meters, and hey, we are still here again, guys. I thought we are just going to have just a few minutes or a few hours. In fact, is the other guys they were saying, guys, it's just a few hours, then we are done. But for us, it took us from Friday, Saturday. So it's count Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we are now on the 50th day. Yeah, mawan. I don't go to gaga and pete. Nditoenda pa next phase, but mawan. Ma quick cheo. They are the Indian guys, the mechanics. They were so fast, so fast in. Yeah, you see those things that they were removing, the big parts of the engine, or when they removed the engine and other items. I said, guys, are these guys not going to spend another week there? Yeah. Yeah. Following day, they brought the small crane, took the engine down from that car. They placed it on the drilling track. I said, hey, okay, let me see. So they spent another day again trying to make sure that they fixed back all the things. Then when it was like around 5, they said, okay, there are few things that need to be placed there. So tomorrow morning, we'll come back again and put some items that need to be placed there. Then, yeah, we'll continue with the drilling. I think it is now fine. I said, hey, every day there are new developments and new delays again. When we think that we are at the end of the problem, we are now seeing another challenge that is coming. Eh? We are losing a lot of money. Okay, so following the next day, early in the morning, all these Indian guys and the guys from the company, they were serious in terms of coming to the site. You see, I would feel like sure that these guys, they are concerned about their business. They are making sure that early in the morning, they are continuing where they left. Unlike maybe they are going somewhere there and say, okay, we are going to come there after completing this task. No, they could leave this place late and come early in the morning. And some other guys were sleeping here. So the next morning they came, placed some pipes there, started the engine, tested their vehicle there. We were so excited. So excited. The joy and the hope started to grow again. They came back to the site. Guys, I was so excited to say, oh, wonderful. Yay! Another move on again. Our dream is coming true now. Yeah, they came back again, started to set the equipment for the continuation of the drilling process. They said, you still remember where we left. We need to continue with our work, right? So we had already gave them money for 40 meters. I'll give you the breakdown of all the expenses that we incurred on the on this project. I'll give you how much on this one, on this one, on this one, on this one, so that if you are planning to do it, you can do it with informed decisions. Okay, so you can make an informed decision, right? So they came there, starting the drilling process started. So in our next video, I will tell you how we went on the process of drilling. Now, some of the things that you need to make sure that you watch and be very careful about them. What I have also learned, I'll share with you, and I hope that a lot of people will go along the way of borehole drilling, because this is the way to go. God gave us water on this earth, because when he created this earth, it was covered with water. The Spirit of the Lord was hovering above the waters. So this whole earth was in deep water. There was a lot of water here. He separated the water. Other part of the water was put in heaven. So if you can't have water, so in fact, our main source of water can be water coming from the heavens. But if you can't have that water, you can utilize the water that was placed in the oceans. If you can't utilize the oceans, you can utilize the seas. If you can't utilize the seas, you can utilize the rivers. If you can't utilize the rivers, you can utilize water that is coming from underground, from the springs that comes naturally. But also, we have been given the opportunity also, if we dig down, we can get some water. So, an Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and throughout the history of humanity, people were getting water from underground. So even now, if we want to fight against this climatic change that is taking place globally, let's have some water. You cannot just wait for water that is coming from above, because there are some changes that are taking place in terms of climate. So don't forget to watch the next video. Don't forget also to subscribe, comment, and share. Yo, Hurungwe District, Mishairi Kukura.